guys, and welcome back to another video. This one's gonna be really brief, and I hope you can see me. The lighting in this area is not good. You can see that I had to do that because that thing gives off horrible glare. Let me see if I can try and get a little bit of better light in here. There's some more light. Maybe you guys can see me a little better now. Let me move a little closer too. Alright. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about an article I read earlier on a new software that might be being developed called Fuchsia, I believe is how you pronounce it. Basically, Google seems to be creating an alternative for Android. And with that, I wanted to talk about what, if they're going to do that, my personal concerns and excitement for this new platform they could be creating. First, my concerns. I am not one who likes change very much, particularly on this. I have kind of bought myself into Google's ecosystem, so if there's going to be a new platform, whoops, sorry, just dropped. I have like a thing in my hand I'm fiddling with, and I just dropped something. Anyway, will I be able to still use Google Play? Will all my Google apps still be available on there? Will all of the other apps I use still be available? Because I use a lot of very important apps. I use Bank of America for banking, and I have their app, and I use their app a lot to check my balance, to send money to my brother if we do something where I have to send him money. I know recently there was this event we went to, and we had to pay for tickets. I screwed up the process and wasn't able to pay for my ticket. So he just paid for my ticket for me, and I sent him money through the app because it allowed us to do that. So I do a lot of stuff with my apps, and these apps are very important. So the first concern would be, will I still be able to use the same system of apps, Google Play, essentially? If I can't, will a lot of the things I've done on these apps be converted over? For example, Google Play Movies. If they create a new app, will all of the movies I've already purchased be transferred over? Because I've spent well over $100 on movies with that service, and I really don't want to lose that. Next concern, customizability. Are they going to streamline it so that it's customizable but also more simplistic like iOS is? Like, I like iOS's simplicity and the lack of an app drawer. The concern, though, is that I can't put widgets or customize where my apps are located or what page they're on or whatever, as much as I can on Android. Like, if Apple would just allow me to put my app where I wanted it, that would be a huge step forward in converting me over to iPhone. Like, I would want to put a couple rows of apps on the bottom of my screen and then the rest of them off to the side. And the ones on the bottom of the screen would be my most used apps. And I'm not talking like a blank page. I mean, like, I would have the main bar of apps, which would be for call, text, and Gmail and stuff, and then a row above that, which would be for slightly less important but still very important apps. Next concern: is it going to be ugly? Is it going to be beautiful? Or is it going to be nice? Like, I like the flat material design of current Android, and also to an extent iPhone. The colors, the just flat. You get the picture. Not the way it was a couple generations ago with like Kit Kat and Jelly Bean, or before Steve Jobs died, I guess is a good example, where all the icons looked ugly, very uglily, is it not even a word, realistic, which was apparently a fan of Steve Jobs was a fan of realistic looking icons. I did not like them. I thought they were ugly. Ugh. Which I know because my dad had an iPhone 4 at one point, and oh my god, the icons were so ugly. This is not an iPhone trash session. No. That's it for my concerns. I don't have to worry about hardware because I'll use whatever phone manufacturer I like the phone of at the time. Right now, I'm a personal fan of the Google Pixel. In a year or two, that could change depending on what other manufacturers release. I know Motorola really has me right, or no, BlackBerry really has me now right now with the Key 2 Lite edition. If I could upgrade, I'd probably upgrade to that. So, yeah, you get the picture. It could change in the future. I'm done with concerns. I'm gonna move on to what I am excited for: a streamlined experience. While I do not want so streamlined that it becomes an iPhone or an iOS clone, Android right now is still a little clunky in the interface department. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, especially with Android 9.0, that is very hard for me to get behind. But I'm not going to switch because I still love Android. They're not enough to annoy me that far, but they definitely made some mistakes there. A streamlined interface would be lovely. That would be awesome. I'm not sure how they could go about it right now. I'm sure I think for a couple hours I'll come up with something, but that is a pro for me, is a streamlined interface. What is another pro for me? Perhaps if they can get it down enough, it taking up less storage on your phone. When you get your phone, the Android operating system is taking up some of the space. If they could get it down a little bit on those megabytes and gigabytes, that would be awesome. So, if they can do that, again, thumbs up to them. It's another pro. The hope that this will help interconnect all devices, and that eventually either it'll be similar enough or compatible with iOS in a way that the bridge between the gap that exists between iOS and Android right now will be closed a little, if not completely closed. Or potentially, for my personal favorite, the complete ditching of iOS and the Apple App Store in favor of this new operating system and the Google Play Store. I would personally be a fan of that. I understand that a lot of Apple that would be an issue for a lot of Apple fanboys or whatever, but if they could do that, that would be pretty good. I think that would be pretty good. No, that'd be really good, because I'm not a fan of the Apple App Store or iTunes, and I'm not a fan of iOS. I've said that. So if they could just close the gap or completely get rid of it entirely, I'd be a fan of that. Another plus for me, I'm trying to think, the fact that it's going to try to work across smartwatches and smart devices as a whole as well. So that's nice. Oh, I just thought of another concern. The concern that they could get rid of Google Assistant. I'm really liking Google Assistant right now, so don't get rid of that, please. But back to pros. A less prone to lag interface, or user interface, or OS, operating system, would be lovely. Android is awesome, and depending on what phone you get, your lag will vary, but the reality is eventually, even iPhones lag at some point, but Android has a lot going on and can have tendencies to lag. So maybe less lag would be awesome. What else? Oh yeah, with it being able to work across laptops, tablets, and smartphones, I am looking forward to being able to potentially buy a laptop in the future with this operating system on it, where my phone and it are so interconnected that I basically don't know the difference other than the kind of power behind the machine. So that is definitely a plus for me. I'm having trouble thinking of more pluses, so I'm gonna go to the conclusion. In all, there's a lot of things I'm worried about with the new OS that Google could release, but in the end, I am extremely excited because it also poses a lot of pluses that could really help improve upon what right now is Android. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on my thoughts on the potential for Google creating a new interface. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, and peace out. Hi guys, and welcome back to